A Triptych of Tragedy. I sort of wrote about the shootings in the synagogue in Pittsburgh of Jews praying in a synagogue, and the borderline shooting. I live in Thousand Oaks, and the fires. And so for this reading, I submitted just the last part. So I called it Part 3 of A Triptych of Tragedy for the victims of the Hill and Woolsey wildfires. And I gave a date because the others all had dates. Southern California, November 8th, Hill and Woolsey wildfires. Just after hundreds attended the memorial service for the victims of the borderline shooting, the hillsides to the east and west of the Conejo Valley erupted in flames, leaving us little time to mourn and process the loss of our relatives, friends, and neighbors. First responders who attended the service hardly had time to sleep, as they were called to duty that very night. Now we had another nightmare to deal with. Many residents received evacuation orders and literally had to run for their lives. I was one of the, quote, lucky ones who did not have to evacuate, but with flames attacking from east, west, north, and south of us, I felt paralyzed, staring at the hillside covered with dry chaparral just opposite our house, knowing that one stray spark could ignite our whole neighborhood. I cannot imagine being one of the many who lost everything in these fires, let alone those who lost their lives nearby, or those up north in the campfire that wiped out the town, ironically called Paradise. My husband and I could hardly face drawing up a list of what we would try to save if we had to leave quickly after living in this house for over 25 years. My physical therapist lost her house and most of her belongings in a mobile home park in Westlake Village. When I saw her briefly the other day while she was caring for another patient, I asked her how she was doing, and she said she was good. How can that be? Today, I bought her a gift card from a local home goods store to help her replace some of her linens. When I told the cashier, a frail-looking older woman, that I had difficulty finding a holiday card to go with the gift, considering the circumstances, she assured me the one I picked was fine. Then she said she too had lost her house in another mobile home park. She had to move in with a lady friend, but was grateful she has this job because otherwise she would just be home crying. After the fires were under control, I went to our local library to drop off books I wanted to donate, but it was closed because it had been taken over by the disaster relief agencies, and only the community room was open to assist those who needed to file claims for their losses. A couple of days later, when I drove to the Jan's Mall to mail some letters at the post office branch there, a large van labeled FEMA was in the parking lot near a storefront that used to be an art supply shop, but was now a disaster recovery center. It all seems so incongruous. Scenes I have grown used to watching on TV of disasters that affected other cities. Not here, not us. Thank you.
Thank you.